I can't do it, Desiree. Well, I can't, said Desiree. Yes, but I've got even less chance than you. At least you know where they've hidden the key and all that sort of thing, because you saved them before. Well, then why don't we do it together? You'll be quicker finding the castle, because you can fly. I don't know, Desiree. I don't feel that I can do it. You can. No, I can't. Anyway, after what I did 4 days ago, they're not going to be too pleased to see me, are they? Those 3 ponies that I was nasty to. Anyway, no one's ever pleased to see me. Don't be silly, Lofty. Of course they would be, if you were saving them. No, they wouldn't. Yes, they would. No, they wouldn't. Oh, come on. They'll be dancing on air when they see you, dancing on air with glee. I can't help celebrating when they see it's only me. They'll do cartwheels in air when they see you. Their hopes will start to rise. They're in for a big surprise. They'll be floating light in a cloud. They'll be floating, laughing right out loud. The sight of you will send spirits flying. 1 or 2 make birds out crying. Why can't you believe you're gonna be great? Desiree, trust me. Lofty, you're a dream come true. That my friends all think so too. You're the answer to our every prayer. Time will tell if I'm true, but just imagine if I do. They'll be dancing, dancing on air. So Desiree, Sparkle and Splodge climbed onto Lofty's back, and the Pegasus flew up the Black Mountain to search for the castle. They were still searching the following night, and there was no sign of the castle. They would never find it. The mountain was so big, and the castle must be hidden well. How could they find out where the castle was? And suddenly, the answer came to them. Not the answer to where they could find the castle, but the answer to how they might find it. Or at least find out where it was. Another message came from wherever the castle was. You'll never find the castle. I've hidden it too well. So when you want to find it, just give me a yell. I'll tell you where the castle is. There is one simple way. I'll capture you and Earth Girl too. I'll capture you today. And then the noise stopped.
Does that mean we're going to be captured today?
Asked Splodge. No, said Desiree. He said nothing about catching you anyway. But I think he meant that he was going to catch, or he could catch, us at any time. He's telling us that he's more powerful than us, which I think is probably right. The following day, the pony girl and 2 guinea pigs were still searching for the castle. But there was no sign of it. They heard the black pony laughing, and it sounded quite near.
We must nearly be at the castle,
said Splodge. But that wasn't the reason that the laughing sounded so near. The castle was not nearby. But something was nearby, up above them. Because just above the 4 creatures, a black storm cloud floated. Rain started to pour out of the storm cloud. But that wasn't the worst of it. They could see a purple tinge to the cloud, meaning that soon this rain wouldn't just be ordinary rain, it would be smooth. But they might not even see the smooths, because just then, as well as the rain, little cages started to fall out of the cloud. Soon one of them would land over Lofty, and the other 3 would be caught. Lofty started to fly away, but they were falling all over the Black Mountains. So she started to fly in the other direction, right under the storm cloud. Just before she got to the storm cloud, Desiree said, "Wait, go back. Put us down on the ground. If we all go in separate directions, the black pony can only catch one of us. And then, well, actually, he might get more than one of us. But surely one of us will escape. And then that one can rescue all the others." So Lofty landed on the ground and Desiree got off. And so did Sparkle and Splodge. Desiree ran in one direction, to the right of the storm cloud. Sparkle went to the left of the storm cloud. Splodge ran away from the storm cloud, and Lofty went towards the storm cloud. Lofty raced straight under the storm cloud, where the cages were worst. Then lightning shot from the black pony's eyes. Lofty ducked. She looked up to see if she had avoided the lightning or if there was more coming at her, but saw the silver top of a cage. She was trapped. The last pony in Ponyland was trapped. Therefore, there were no ponies to own Ponyland. So the black pony had got his wish. Sparkle, Splodge and Desiree had managed to escape the traps, and now Lofty had been caught. The traps stopped falling, so Desiree, Sparkle and Splodge found each other somewhere in the middle of where they'd started. They waited a while for Lofty, and then saw she wasn't coming. Of course, they didn't realise that she'd been caught. They didn't know that Ponyland now belonged to the Black Pony of Darkness. They waited a long time, and then decided that Lofty wasn't coming. Perhaps she'd gone back to Paradise Estate, and that's why the Black Pony had given up throwing the traps. But they didn't make their way back to Paradise Estate. Instead, they went further into the Black Mountains, still looking for the castle. After a while, they decided they would have to go back to Paradise Estate and look for Lofty. They got to the bottom of the Black Mountains and raced towards the Heart Bridge, not even glancing back. Sparkle and Splodge had to be picked up and carried, because they couldn't run very fast, and Desiree wanted to go and see where Lofty was, before she went looking for them, and they ended up missing each other. She got to Paradise Estate and found that Lofty was not there. But there was something there. A note with a horrible writing on it. Written on it was, "Girl from Earth, you will not find your friend. I've captured her, and that's the end. Because now every MLP really does belong to me. And if by midnight they're not found, I'll take over Ponyland." Came a distant laugh from the mountains.
That's the ending,
said Splodge.
Why don't we just give up? My brother and everyone is gone.
And that was true. Because the Black Pony had not only got every pony. After he'd got every pony, he'd sent his tornado round. And the tornado had picked out every living thing in Ponyland that wasn't a plant. So now, everything was gone. Every little insect. Nothing was around.
We might as well just give up. Twinkle and his owner and all the other living things in Ponyland are gone. And to that horrible black pony. Oh, I hate him.
No, we're not giving up, Desiree said to the two guinea pigs. Sparkle and Splodge looked at her.
What do you mean?
Said Splodge.
What do you mean?
Said Sparkle. I mean, I'm not letting the black pony have Ponyland. I'm not giving up a second before midnight. Then I'll give up. But I feel there'll be no need to. We'll find that castle. We'll find it. But, as the black pony had said earlier, it was easier said than done. They were still searching at 20 to midnight. Sparkle and Splodge had given up long ago. They knew that they'd never find it. But Desiree was determined. She kept on searching. And then a note dropped from the sky with the scribbly writing on it. That horrible scribbly writing. I'm giving you 7 more days to find the castle. Desiree, I found out your name from an MLP with a guinea pig, Blue Pony. But back to the subject. As I say, I'll give you till the morning of 14th of May. So Desiree really only had 6 days till the morning of 14th of May, the day before her birthday. She would find that castle. But now she would go home with Sparkle and Splodge. Desiree didn't get another chance to go back until Sunday the 11th of May. This meant she only had 3 days left to get the MLPs out, unless they could get themselves out, and she still didn't know where the castle was. She wandered around for a while and found that she still could not find the castle. The black pony must have hidden it well this time. The ponies stood in the little dungeon where the black pony was keeping them. If Desiree doesn't come here by, say, the morning of the 13th, I'm going to look for a way out, said Lofty. All the ponies cheered. Shush, said Twinkle.
Is the black pony here, Des? We might not even be alive to get out. Because who knows what he'll do to us if he thinks we're planning escape.
Wow, replied Dodge.
Let's just hope that Desiree comes. Then we won't even have to make an effort to get out, because she'll get us out herself. but I doubt if we'll be that lucky, Dot,
said Twinkle.
I don't think that Desiree will find the castle where it is now. Which is? I don't exactly know. I think that even if we escaped, we wouldn't know how to get home. Which would mean the black pony would catch us anyway. You mean there's no chance of ever getting home? Probably not.
Desiree returned on Monday the 12th, but still she couldn't understand it. The castle was nowhere to be seen. What could this possibly mean? Was the black pony tricking her? Had he put it somewhere completely different? Was it not near the Black Mountains at all? Desiree wandered to Paradise Estate, but could see no sign of the black pony's castle there either. Then she wandered into Paradise Land. Still no sign of it. In the end, she gave up for the day and went towards the rainbow and back home. Perhaps Sparkle and Splodge might be able to have another think about it and tell me where the castle is, she thought. But when she got down the rainbow and asked them, Splodge said,
I do not have a clue where it could be.
And Sparkle said,
I've given up. I told you. We're never going to find it. The castle must be somewhere around the Black Mountains, though, because, well, the black pony doesn't have much imagination, you know.
So Desiree went back up and had a look round, but still could see no sign of it round the Black Mountains. How could she not see it? It was so big. Could the black pony have made it invisible? Surely not. Girl from Earth, came a voice from the sky. I'm telling you, my castle's here. In fact, you are very near. You're only a few footsteps from the door. Do I have to tell you more? Are you really that stupid that you can't see the castle that's grey and red and belongs to me? Ha 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 ha. Desiree looked around. A few footsteps from the door. But straight ahead of her was just the Black Mountains. Two big black mountains at the front. Can't you see anything strange around you? Something that's different from before? Something that is very new? I can't tell you anymore. Ha ha ha. Something that's different, Desiree thought. I see nothing that's different. There are still two black mountains at the front, like there always are. She looked up. The tops of the Black Mountains were red. She went down the rainbow to think about this.
She's not coming,
said Dodge.
I told you she wouldn't. She doesn't know where we are. Like us, we don't know where we are,
replied Twinkle.
Well, we must be somewhere,
said Cupcake.
Yes, we can hardly just disappear, can we?
said Heartthrob.
Who knows with that black pony around? Oh, how I hate it.
His owner gave him a shove to stop him.
Just be quiet,
said Twinkle.
The black pony is coming. Don't you hear his footsteps?
And sure enough, the footsteps were getting louder. There was one last footstep, and then the keys started to jingle. And in the black pony came. All the ponies and animals went quiet. The black pony left some food for them. Hardly enough for all the ponies. There never was much. The ponies got 3 milk bottles, glass milk bottles, full of water every day. All the ponies and all the animals. Does 3 milk bottles sound enough? They also got 3 meals a day. Though you could hardly call them meals, there wasn't enough for all the ponies. And that's if you wanted to eat them anyway. It was a mixture of lots of different foods, all mixed together and mashed up. Breakfast cereal, bananas, tomatoes, mashed potato, peaches, pineapple, cheese, bread. By this time I'm sure you can see something quite disgusting. This is how the ponies saw it, but somehow they'd have to eat it. There was only a bowl full of it anyway, 3 times a day, to share between thousands of ponies, creatures. Actually, thinking about it, there were more like millions. And very many millions at that. Probably millions and millions and millions of millions. This was the biggest dungeon the Black Pony had ever put them in, but still it wasn't big enough for them all, and they could hardly move.
Oh, I'm going to look for a way. Shush, Dodge. We might not have left yet.
But then they heard the key jingling in the lock again, and they knew it was quite safe. They listened to his footsteps, getting quieter and quieter. And then they knew it was safe to talk.
Are you saying, Dodge? I was saying I'm going to look for a way out. We can't just sit here and hope that Desiree arrives. What if she doesn't? Anyway, I've been looking at it for some time, but I can't get over there. Paradise is standing over there, and I can't get there. But, look, behind Paradise, there's a brick, and the brick looks like it's falling out of the wall.
Dodge finally managed to get over as all ponies cleared out of the way so that he could get there.
Oh, somebody help me. I can't reach it.
His owner went over to the wall and Dodge climbed onto his head. Dodge reached up to the brick and found that it moved when he pushed it with his nose.
I think we found a way out,
he said.
But I don't think we'd better use it, Dodge, until we're sure Desiree's not coming.
I said I'd look for a way out tomorrow, said Lofty. If Desiree hasn't come by tomorrow morning, we'll use that way out, she said.
Yes, Lofty's quite right, Dodge,
said Twinkle.
If we use it, there's a large chance that the black pony will get us. Whereas if Desiree comes, she'll use a sensible way of getting us out.
Oh, all right then, said Dodge.
But I'll only wait until tomorrow morning.
8 o'clock tomorrow morning.
As it is, we'll only have 24 hours to escape. And what if when we push this brick out, we find it's just another passageway?
The time was ticking nearer to 8 o'clock. Desiree was searching for the castle, but still couldn't find it. 8 o'clock on the 13th of May. Now, it was exactly 2 minutes to 8 o'clock. She looked around, but could not see the castle. She hadn't even had her breakfast yet, so she'd have to go back down to Earth and have that before starting to search again. So that's what she did.
She's not coming, is she?
Said Dodge.
Why don't we start early?
They were looking at Bright Eyes, the twinkle-eyed pony, that is, not the ponytails one's alarm clock. And it was now at 1 minute and 20 seconds to 8 o'clock in the morning. Dodge watched as the seconds went by.
When that alarm clock shows 8 o'clock, I'm going to push that brick out. Oh, please, Desiree, save us, or otherwise he's going to do something silly. And then we'll all get killed.
Look, look, look,
soon I'm going to go through the brick in the wall. Look, look, look. I'm going to go through the brick in the wall. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go.
And Dodge started to race towards the wall where he'd seen the hole. Again, he jumped up on his own head, stood up on his back legs, and pushed the brick out with his nose. The ponies looked through. What was behind the brick? And their hearts sank. Behind the brick in the wall was just a terrible sight. Because behind the brick in the wall was Desiree arrived back on Earth. She stood in her back garden and headed towards the house. When she got back inside, she had her breakfast and decided to go back. But she wouldn't go back until 9:30. And by then, what trouble would Dodge have caused for the ponies? Yes, behind the brick was just another passageway. The guinea pig managed to get his way through the hole and leapt to the floor on the other side. But of course a pony couldn't get through. So the guinea pig started to chew away at the cement.
Wait, Dodge, I've got a better idea. Why don't me and you, and perhaps some of the other Ponyland pets, go through that hole in that brick and, well, go down the passageway and see if there is a way out. Alright,
said Dodge.
That's a good idea, Twinkle. Who wants to come through the gap?
Only one animal came forward, and that was a lop-eared rabbit with a diamond on his nose. A brown lop-eared rabbit with a white diamond on his nose, and he belonged to Wind Whistler. His name was Winner. The animals searched through the passageway, but when they came to that end of that passageway, they found yet more, all leading in different directions. They ran back down the passageway they had come down and made Fleecy give them several balls of wool, so that each animal could tie together 20 balls of wool, so that when they were walking down these passageways they could pull it along behind them so that they wouldn't get lost. Each animal had a different colour. Winner had purple, Twinkle had orange, and Dodge had blue. They searched for quite some time and then returned to the dungeon to tell the ponies what they had found out. This is simply what they said.
"I've got some news to tell you,"
said Twinkle.
"I don't think I'm... Basically,"
said Winner,
"we could not find a way out."
the ponies stared through the hole in the brick wall and wished that they could somehow get out of the hole and look for a way themselves. And then they had an idea. They poured some of the mixture that the black pony fed them for breakfast, dinner and tea into the hole in the brick wall. Then Buttons and Fizzy worked together to make the muck bubble in the hole, and eventually a lot of bricks burst out of the hole, so that there was soon a pony-sized gap. The owners of the animals went with them, as well as Lofty and Galaxy. Lofty led the little group through the maze of passageways, still pulling some of the wool behind them. They tied the orange, the blue and the purple together to make an even longer bit of wool. Galaxy was supposed to be telling which direction they could go in, but she was finding it very difficult.
"I'm sorry," she said, "but I feel so lost."
She looked around in the passageway.
"Hey, look,"
said Dodge. In the wall was another brick, set back just a little bit. Obviously, this was some kind of secret passageway. Dodge pushed at the brick and found it did come out.
"Come on,"
said Dodge, forgetting in his excitement that ponies were much bigger than him and, well, they actually couldn't get through a brick-sized gap. Lofty had the thought of going back and getting some more of the food. They made a pony-sized gap, and the ponies and animals got through. But still, they could find no way of escape.
"Escape, escape, we gotta escape. If only we could squeeze through regular shape. Escape, escape, we got to get out. We got to keep on settling till we find the routes to lead us to our friends from this awful place. We got to make a break, I got to walk and take.
I need some breathing space.
Escape, escape, we got up inside. And we can't get through, though we tried and we tried. However did we do it? Somehow we're gonna blow it. And now we're being astray. There's nothing more to say. All that's left to do is pray that someday, we'll escape, escape. We got to escape, we'll escape, escape. We got to escape, let me out of... Escape. I've got to get out of here.
The ponies found a way out. They went back and got the other ponies, but they were very slow, because there were some very slow ponies with them. and it was nearly 8 o'clock. Could they get out in time? You'll have to find out, if you want to know, on our next tape. Fly away with me, because the end of this tape is on the start of that tape. Just like with Lance Horrific, our Christmas special, and The Great Journey for Nothing.